Hello, my name is Jessica Rotundo, and I will be presenting to you the water bear. So, a brief introduction to water bears. They are microscopic organisms classified as extremophiles. Their scientific name is tardigrade. Another name for the water bear is moss piglet. They measure from 0.05 millimeters to 1.2 millimeters long, and they're able to enter this extreme hibernation state, which we'll get more into later in the presentation. So, stick around. The history of the water bear. So, water bears have been on Earth for around 600 million years. They precede the dinosaurs by about 400 million years. They were discovered in 1773 by the German zoologist Johann August Ephraim Guez, who named them Little Water Bear. 3 years later, the Italian biologist Lazzaro Spallanzani named the group Tardigrade, or slow stepper. Water bears are usually found living in a film of water in lichens, mosses, sand dunes, soil, sediments, and leaf litter. This is their preferred habitat, although they may be found in other strange habitats. The reproduction of a tardigrade leads to unusual mating habits. Depending on the species, tardigrades may reproduce asexually or sexually. In some species, the males deposit sperm inside the cuticle of a molting, egg-carrying female during an hour-long mating process. A cuticle is the molt of a molting tardigrade. Some females shed their cuticle and then lay their eggs inside to be fertilized later by the males. The eggs can take around 40 days to hatch, or as long as 90 days if they've been in a desiccated state. The image on the right shows a picture of a tardigrade egg. Some special properties of water bears or tardigrades include that they've survived all mass extinctions, which are the Ordovician-Silurian extinction, the Devonian extinction, the Permian-Triassic extinction, the Triassic-Jurassic extinction, and lastly, the Cretaceous-Tertiary extinction. Tardigrades can withstand up to negative 195 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius in their active state. They're able to enter cryptobiosis, which is their extreme hibernation state. They evaporate of all water and desiccate in some situations. The picture on the right shows, in the middle, an active living tardigrade, where they eat, grow, move, and reproduce like any ordinary living organism. Starting with anoxybiosis, this is a state where oxygen deficit disrupts osmoregulation, causing swelling and turgidity. In cryobiosis, the induced proteins disrupt ice crystallization as a ton forms. And anhydrobiosis, in desiccating conditions, the slow surrender of water leads to shriveled dry ton. In osmobiosis, which happens rarely, the osmotic effects of extreme salinity are countered by ton formation. Encystment is that in unfavorable conditions, organism retracts with cuticle, forming new cuticulary layers around dormant body. Cryptobiosis is defined as a state in which metabolic activities come to a reversible standstill. It is a death-like state where most organisms may die by a cessation of metabolism. While in this state, a water bear, or tardigrade, can withstand 20 hours at negative 273 degrees Celsius, 20 months at negative 200 degrees Celsius, 6,000 atmospheres of pressure, a pure vacuum, excessive concentrations of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and sulfur dioxide. They can withstand X-ray and ultraviolet radiation 1,000 times than a human, and they can stay in this state for over 125 years. So, tardigrades are like mini astronauts. They can survive temperatures close to absolute zero. They can withstand heat beyond the boiling point of water. They're able to shrug off the vacuum of space and doses of radiation that would be lethal to humans. The Israel spacecraft Bereshit was carrying thousands of tardigrades when it crash landed on the moon in April 2019. So they were like astronauts, but experiments showed that the animals likely died on impact. So if you were wondering, there are no tardigrades floating around on the moon. So what classifies an extremophile? They can survive at extreme temperatures, survive in a variety of different pressures, survive in heavy to no atmosphere, able to survive mass extinction events, and they're typically microorganisms. So the tardigrade has all of these preferred characteristics, making them obviously extremophiles. These are the references I used for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to jessica.rotondo@maritime.edu. And of course, thank you for watching.